Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Libra for the month of September, including late August 2023. So Libra, you are in your 12th house, so very much underground for this next 4 weeks. We are in the sign of Virgo, which is indeed a very slow moving sign, and the element is earth, so grounded. So don't be surprised if you want to just sit with yourself. It's a very private time, the 12th house. You may not feel like interacting with people at all, and that's all right. This is when all the chickens really come home to roost. It's a very karmic time, and it can be very unnerving for some people, but as long as you realize that it's very private and quiet time of just letting things come to the surface that you need to know about, you'll be fine. And you've got the Nine of Swords, so at the moment you're fraught with fear for fear's sake. This hasn't worked, that hasn't worked, that's all right. Let's find out why you are so fearful at the moment. And you're in your 12th house, so just let it settle. It's about a time of intuition. It's not about using your brains and your mind this time. You've got to use your guts. So we're going to find out. And we have Six of Swords, so things getting better. They have been difficult. They've been really difficult for you for quite a time, but now you're starting to go through to a much easier cruisy time of it. So that is really good news, that card. But once again, it's swords, so you're using up a lot of mental energy, and you've got to put that on hold a bit, Libra. It seems like it's taking up to overthink way too much. The influence. Queen of Pentacles, hearth and home. Yeah, it's been all about that as well. But you're still, wherever you are there. You're grounded. You've just got to return to that energy and just go, okay, look, whatever happens. I'm fine, I've got my family, I'm fine. But yeah, let's just see. Feeling that groundedness will really help you this month, this 4 weeks, and just sit with it and don't expect too much. The Queen of Pentacles really asks you just to be happy in your own surrounds for this time. The background, so July, August, we have the Lovers, so decisions to make, big decisions that are still hovering over you. It's about relationships as well, and looking at your relationships. It's a very powerful card, so that's been there too, sitting there, and it's still sitting there. So whatever that is, it's still yet to be concluded. That cycle of the Lovers, of the decisions to make in relationships, hasn't gone away yet. Recent influences. Nine of Cups, the Wish card. The Wish card coming through, and we all know the Wish card it's what we want, it's what we're really working towards, so don't give up hope. But just now you're in your 12th house, so you need to just be grounded like the Queen of Pentacles, and just sit with yourself for 4 weeks. It's not going to hurt you, it's probably going to help you, especially achieving this dream you have of the Nine of Cups. The lesson you'll be learning. 10 of Cups, so partnerships, relationships, how things look to others, other people looking at your relationship. Very much relationships under the spotlight here. How's that going for you? Especially with the Lovers as well. There's something going on within. And the Queen. So it's just, I think it's just asking you to just relax and look around and see what you've got around you with your family and your relationships, your partner, whatever, and be grounded. near future. 10 of Swords. So the end of a difficult period comes to an end, thank God. But yes, it's all that overthink. And, you know, usually in the 12th house, once we sort of switch the brain off and switch over to the natural intuitive state, it becomes easier to see how everything's turned out. So that is coming to an end very shortly at Libra, and I'm sure you'll be very happy with that. What's happening that you're not realising? But you've got money and you're very stable, everything's fine. Whatever's happened, it doesn't really matter, you've still got the stability there. So you must stop worrying. It's all there. Your investment. And you're forgetting about that. You're just pinning everything, worrying, and you're worried, and really you just need to return to being the Queen of Pentacles, sitting on the throne and just doing your thing. How others see you. 2 of Pentacles. Still, yeah, still striving for that, still that decision to make, where you're going to go, where you're going to be. It will be good though once you work it out. Obviously it's still not ready yet, you still haven't sort of settled on something, but you are fine, like you're really sort of grounded and everything. So there's 2, you're spinning plates at the moment, so that's a good card to have actually, the 2 of Pentacles. It augurs well that money will still keep, you know, coming through, and you just got to go take a sort of bit of a holiday for the next 4 weeks and let everything settle, let the dust settle. Positive feelings. Page of Wands. Good news is on the way, so you mustn't worry too much. You just spend 4 weeks just meditating away, just doing what you're doing around the home, and the good news will drop for sure. The outcome. The Devil. Just be careful where you're going with this one. It can be sort of, is this really the right thing for you? The Devil's asking. It's like, because they're chained together, you see. It's just almost like, oh, we have to do this because. It's almost like a cycle of material, very material worldish with the Devil. So you could end up just feeling the same and a bit trapped, a bit chained to something that's really, yeah, it's sort of, it's not spiritual, it's material wealth, it's material, being materialistic. It's like an addiction to something that really isn't taking you places somehow. Never mind, we'll just see what the Oracle, how the Oracle clarifies this Devil coming up, because it's really important with the Devil, because you can sort of be very much trapped and stuck with him. So let's see what it is. So the clarifier for the Devil is the Lady of the Lake. Absolute truth, courage, self-respect and responsibility. Number 8. So this is what you've got to do for 4 weeks. It's a good one. Lady of the Lake represents the highest order of respect for yourself and the manner in which you operate within the world around you. She is the harsher element of truth, where denial is swept away by a tidal wave of events. In the ancient legend of Avalon, the Lady of the Lake presented Merlin with the Sword of Truth, which had been claimed by Arthur, who became the King of Britain. The magic that wielded this metal was fired by the will of the goddess Consequently, when the Lady of the Lake appears, she demands nothing short of total truth and integrity, and she asks you to be mindful of all the signs and signals and omens that present themselves to you. This is not a time to second guess. If a signal appears, be assured that a challenge has been presented. Moving forward without acknowledgement of the challenge would result in unnecessary difficulties. If the signal is to move, she pushes you to act. Do so, for a victory is imminent. Regardless of your question, the message is to take care when the Lady of the Lake appears, as serious business is at stake. The Lady reminds you of your personal responsibility in shaping your reality and its consequences. Seek the sword of truth within yourself, and great success will be yours. Have courage, for when the Lady appears, the strength of Avalon is behind you in support of your quest for wholeness and abundance. Very interesting. Okay, Libra, have a great month, and just remember, stay grounded and be that Queen of Pentacles. Thank you so much for listening.